going to get some of this oppression and exploitation away from us or aside from us is come together against the common enemy.
Okay, we gon' show you we the best, so we the best to do it. Ain't no question, don't be asking, ain't no other way to do it. We just vibing, popping off and chillin' wherever the crew is. And my flow be coming in, so got it strong, feel like Moses. Yeah, we keep it going, keep it strong, keep it rolling. Faith and hope with some bitches ever stolen. No cash, smoke a joint, teeth golden. Roll a blunt, give a fuck, whole squad run it up. Yeah, I remember the summertime. I remember rapping the rhyme and the people started laughing, telling me to fucking relax. Now we dumb it down and people started vibing the track. Now we dial it back. Listen, if I'm rapping on my mind, it's a melody. I'm running down the streets and that's a felony. Some people take it back, but that's a jealousy. I'm taking back what's mine with a little bit of Hennessy. Black and white in color, better loving all each other. Rather pay for all my brothers just to watch them me. I be rapping every day just to be out the streets. Now I'm counting from the letter to the A to Z. Everybody wanna rap, but not like me. Nah, none of them could ever go and rap like me. Don't give a damn about your Gucci or them Louis and V's. I killed the track, do it again cause I'm a man. Whoa.
Black people really feel and how fed up we are without that old compromising sweet talk. Stop sweet talking. Tell him how you feel. Tell him what kind of hell you've been catching, and let him know that if he's not ready to clean his house up, if he's not ready to clean his house up,
turn this on, let me get on
catch on fire.
Wait. Ever seen a match in the form of a human? What? No, you know the name is Kalu, don't be acting foolish. Hardest artists coming out my city, what we doing? For every time I'm going straight for gold when I'm chewing. Pull up, made a couple hits of bowing next to brewing. Yeah, you know I'm hoping faith will lead me to renewing. All my passion in the game, I ain't trying to play the same. Woke up, I went harder than I ever did yesterday. I'm trying to press you like I'm Claude with Van Dyke. And I'm weaving through the lines like fanatics tonight. Transform the whole team like Optimus Prime. And I'm thankful every day just for being alive. Some nights I would ponder if I'd ever go make it, but I could promise you that if I got a problem, I face it. We don't ever debate it. We just call and we play it. Bowling record times. They might think I'm Jamaican. Huh.
Hello and welcome everyone to KJC Esports, KJC Scrims. I'm your shoutcaster for today. My name is Exivus, and we have another hot one for you tonight. We have Void Esports from the Philippines against NB Esports from Malaysia. So before we start anything else, we would love to provide you some details on our current giveaway, which is the Vertigear gaming chair. This is only available for Malaysia and Singapore, and winners will be picked on November 15. All you have to do is type in !giveaway in the chat box, and you will get the chance to win a Vertigear gaming chair. And before we start now, we're gonna have the first map, Ascent, and we're gonna have the attacker side for Void Esports and the defending side for NB Esports. Now, I'm really curious on how both of these teams are going to compete against each other, because as we know, they've already competed here on KJC Scrims. They are not new faces. They've been here a couple of times before, so they're just going to fight it out here on our best of 3. And this, the second favorite map on Valorant most of the time, other than Bind, is gonna be Ascent. What happens here in Ascent is it's very, very controller based, as well as the Sentinels and Initiators have to work hand in hand before opening a site to both B site and A. Because what happens most of the time is that you need to put control towards mid side, because whoever controls mid side will have the territory to go on both of the areas on which the attackers can go to. For the defender side, it all really plays out who is going to be defending what area. And what happens most of the time here on Ascent is that we have Killjoy mostly on the defending duty. You can leave her alone in B side, since she basically can lock down that site on her own, because if she puts down the turret bot, she will have like a second buddy to work with. To be honest, that's how a Killjoy would love to work here on Ascent, especially on defending side. I would love to see how NB Esports picks that one up, but I don't think they would be opting for that anytime soon. And now we are here on the agent selection screen. We're seeing here for the side of the defenders. I've been seeing a lot of Omen lately. On the recent patch, Omen wasn't really that top tier when it comes to becoming the smoker for both of the teams that, let's say defenders and attackers, because we have the versatility of an Astra paired up with a Sky as well, and that's basically a deadly combo to begin with. But yeah, here for the attacker side, that's going to be the staple Sova and the Astra, as I was expecting.
Choose your agent.
Vertical maneuverability. Also for the duelist, there's only going to be a Jet here, and possibly a Phoenix here for the attacker side, for the side of Void Esports. For them, for me, a Phoenix doesn't really sit well with most of the teams right now, given the current scenario of what happens in Valorant. Mostly it's getting replaced by the Reyna, who is good in both attacking and defending, as I've said time and time again, because Reyna is the best defensive agent when it comes to being a duelist. And I think the side of NB Esports is aware of that, and they're going to be opting to pick the Reyna on their defending side. Now, I'm curious on how they're going to do the uptakes here on Ascent, but we'll have to see that soon. Here, going into the buy phase, this is going to be a lot of ghost pistols for the side of NB Esports. I think they want to really go sneaky beaky against the Void Esports. I mean, the fire rate as well as the damage coming in from a ghost is really up there. Compare it to a classic, which is sometimes unreliable, but the classic's right click is almost instantly a versatile and deadly lethal weapon up close. With the recent adjustment to the classic as well, I'm curious on how teams would be adjusting to that. And I think given the time that has been given to them, they already caught wind on what to do right here. So yeah, we're just gonna start here. That's a lot of convergence here for B side. For the attacking, that's gonna be Void Esports. The spike is nowhere to be found on any agents from the attackers, and now the setups is being used by the Cypher for the side of A side. I forgot to mention that they opted for a Cypher here for the side of NB Esports. It's gonna be Rainy towards A side. What Rainy needs is just one buddy to help him with in defending it, since he has a lot of utilities to block off any foreboding attack that will be happening to a site. But I think the call is being made here for the side of Void Esports. They might go for B site. Because, yeah, John 316 is going to spot out the Astral smoke towards the entry of B side. I think he's going to relay that information now. As I'm seeing here on the minimap, that's going to be movement from the defenders. Probably move towards B side, but no, that's actually John 316. He's moving back and forth around the spawn, figuring where to go at this moment. But yeah, Void Esports still hasn't pulled the trigger. They do have 35 seconds to work with, and that's going to be the stars from the Astra being set up
30
here,
seconds left.
slowly but surely, and now they're slowly moving towards B side. Cloudy is on the bolt house, takes on a first kill towards
Spike
Euro.
down B.
He's going to sustain for the he's going to sustain from the bar now, and that's going to be the hot hand trying to flush out the Reyna from the bolt house. But no, Noodle's going to take him out. John 316, 12 seconds to the clock. He still hasn't planted the
10
spike.
seconds left.
And
One
Noodle
enemy
takes a
remaining.
Noodle,
One
and
enemy
stops
remaining.
the attack coming in from the attackers. 1v1 situation, and Dignified with the right click towards John 316. Just closing the game. And he's gonna have a sheriff upgrade as well. And now, how they're gonna proceed into the following rounds is that they're gonna have a couple of creds advantages now. And before they proceed into the possible buy round here for the side of NB, unless they wanna force it out against Void Esports, they're gonna have at least 2 free rounds for them, unless they get shut down by a very hopeful eco round that will be coming in from NB Sports. But we're going to see that in a couple of seconds here before the round starts. Kirari moving towards Catwalk, trying to look for some information. That's Rand. He's gonna get detected since he went for the orb control at A main. I think that's gonna signal some information out here for the defenders. Since look at this. Look at that curious positioning here from the side of the defenders. That is at least a couple of people holding out towards a side. That's the Cypher and Reyna. As also the Sky, which is Kirari near tree, trying to hope for someone to push in towards a side. But Dignified might open this one up. He does have a sheriff. He has information. Oh no, John 316 is not gonna get tagged. He's gonna run away from that initial burst of sheriff bullets. Yeah, with Blazer is gonna get spotted out. He's gonna try to go away, but no, Dignified with the sheriff. Oh, look at this. John 316 is gonna get spotted out. Hot hands towards the entrance from defender side spawn. And Cloudy's actually gonna get taken out by the Nano Swarm. What I was talking about earlier is that there might be a chance for a 50 round, but that seems to be not possible anymore since Void Esports still 5-man strong, and now they have information towards Martin Ferrari as Shorty shots towards that Dignified. He can get taken out. It's gonna be a 4v2 now. One more kill and it might be doable, but I don't think they can make it happen with the guns that they have. That is gonna be Primo trying to spray here towards Market. They have information that they're gonna get sandwiched there. Look at that
One enemy remaining.
But no, Euro says no against Rainy. It's not gonna rain for you anymore, buddy, as you are shot down. And that's Noodle with the early Vandal as well. Takes on Kirari from the wall towards Market. And that's to be telegraphed because they basically went in and tried to defend against a heavily armed side of Void Esports. And now they're gonna have the time of their life and try to upgrade since they basically save some gear and utilities for them, and they might opt for some rifles out here. And on the next round here, on the third round, NB Esports is gonna have the buy round. If they fail on defending another site, they're gonna have an economic crisis. Since look at that, that's just 50 and 100 creds to the board for the side of NB Esports. But we'll see how this will play out. Void Esports slowly converging towards the side. It's gonna be Dignified being followed here by Primo. That's gonna be the Owl.
Joke's over!
Angle.
You're dead!
That's gonna be also the Hunter's Tree. Gonna be committed towards. I think it's just cancel, but that's a lot of setups coming here. The side of NB and Cloudy opens up with the first frag against Noodle. That was just a scout out information coming in from
Side
Dignified,
down
and that's
A.
gonna be Dignified
One
taking a
enemy
Ferrari
remaining.
over to hell. And that's only Brand. Last guy standing. They actually defend this well. They defend this well for the side of NB Esports. They have John 316 and Blazer, and Rand Cracker dude takes on John 316. No more verses for you, buddy, since you are gonna get taken out. And Cloudy, if he pushes this Nano Swarm he might get chipped down and try to push it, but no. Rand, he needs to think this methodically if he wants to flush this out. If he calls this turret and then try to bait out any shots that will come, he's gonna have information. Since look at that. That's Blazer with low HP. He's gonna smoke the entrance from A main towards A site. But the crossfires would be happening with Cloudy. Look at that right information! He has it! Takes some Cloudy from the smoke. He still has 22 seconds against Blazer, who is at 27 HP. He is 89 HP with 27 armor still. He might be able to make this work. That's 13. Clock, he spots it out and takes down Blazer and might go for a bonus plan as well. That's really showing strong here for the side of the attackers. And yeah, with that being said as well, what I mentioned earlier for the side of NB, they might have an economic crisis against the side of Void Esports, who has been showing us their momentum here on the earlier stage of the game. If this continues up to the halftime, it might be a hard fight for them here in the first game, but the real game hasn't started even yet, so we'll have to see that play out anytime soon. NB Esports is on, and if NB here, that's gonna be a tag. Kai towards Catwalk. He's gonna move towards Tree. They have information where the sky might be. John 316. He has an Aries, and that's gonna be the flash towards Market. No entry as of yet. The hot hands is gonna be Goose and Blazer. You should SMG takes a Noodle and Dignified Dove with trade. And use the Flame Wall to try block out any information runs. Spotted out by the Trailblazer as well. The shock dart is gonna be used to the corner out here, not gonna tag anyone. This. That's a lot of Void Esports. Flash from Dignified takes down Rain. He can sustain out from his hot pads. He has information towards Market. Flash with a guiding light. John 316 with the Aries burst towards Dignified. Now this is suddenly a 3v3. It is suddenly doable now inside of Esports. As Cloudy takes down Primo. No more information gathered. Rad. He's gonna run for his life and he's gonna get sprayed on by Cloudy.
Pulling them in
here from the tower. Will go with a shot. If he connects it, no, he could have gone for a connection towards Cloudy, but no. Cloudy picks up a 3K, marking this the first round win for the side of NB Esports. And now, with the defuse happening now, it seems that the side of NB Esports might need to continue this one out if they want to continue the momentum ongoing, or else they're gonna have a really much harder time if they want to try and defend it against Void Esports out here. Yeah. What is going to happen out for the game plan for the side of Void Esports is that they have to at least save at least 2 rounds against NB Esports, since they basically have the earlier round wins. If they just try to save it out until we equalize things for their side, that's going to be 3-3 on the plan. Let's just see how they make it happen. Cloudy trying to spray towards mid courtyard. That's gonna be Noodle, just 1 inch away from being shot earlier. There was a member from the side of NB Esports trying to spray here, but that's not gonna be happening. Noodle is just waiting on the corner, trying to wait for anything to happen. This is quite actually a slow start now for the side of the attackers. Not aggressive as the ones that happened. That's Noodle. He's gonna have information on where the Trailblazer might be. It's not gonna spot him out. So that's not an information gonna be relayed towards the defenders out here. Kirari at mid, Cubby trying to scout out information that will be coming in from spawn, but he's not gonna find anything. If he peeks this at the right timing against Void Esports, he might get shot down from a hopefully ready side of Void Esports. Kirari is looking at an area where someone might be pushing on Catwalk. But no, I think Noodle has heard him. If he just peeks at the right moment with the Sheriff, he might be able to
30
launch
seconds left.
a couple of headshots. What I'm noticing here for the side of Void Esports is that they really like going in slow, but no, Noodle gonna take the shot towards Kirari. First blood here on this round. He's gonna have the fast. Ooh, never mind. The Cloud takes a 2K. And Rand is gonna take this one out. 10 seconds. Oh, Noodle is in a pickle. He gets taken out. And now they don't have enough time to plant the spec. Yes, they do have enough time. Primo trying to go for the shot towards Blazer, but he was just blazing it. Takes down the shot towards Primo. This is a 1v2 now. 11 HP for Rand. He needs to pick his fights correctly. He doesn't spot any information, but Blazer was just up there for the update. Picks down a triple kill towards the attackers, and that is gonna be one more round here for the side of NB Esports. Yeah, and what the game plan might be here for the side of NB Esports is that they need to continue this and try to use the information that they have against Void Esports, because Void Esports really likes taking it slow. If something happens for them, like they do what they did on the last few rounds, where they prolong every second on what side they will take, because what's really strong here for the side of Void Esports is that they're really good when it comes to placing the utilities as well as the setups. If they plant the setups well, and it basically catches off guard with the side of NB Esports, they just have to defend it blindly if the smokes, if the flashes, as well as the flushing out of the areas. Like, for example, right now on what's happening, look at this. Seekers is gonna get used, but that's a lot of setups coming in from Void Esports. Blazer gonna take a shot towards Primo, and then Sikirari still not being spotted out. He's under hell, but he's gonna take the shot towards Ludo. This Blazer with the 3K, as well as Ram taking a shot with John 316, and Blazer blazing at 4K. He's gonna close it, and that's a cleanup house here on A side. Very very well fought out here for the side of NB Esports. They were patient. What I was saying earlier is that Void Esports like to take the fights after they do the setups. So what Team NB Esports has to do is wait for the setups, and then it's basically telegraphed at this point. If they manage to do the default setups in taking a site, they just have to reposition themselves on where the angles will not match on where Void Esports is looking at. And look at this. Void Esports is in a pickle because it's been 2 rounds since they've lost against NB Esports, and they're gonna go in for another iffy buy, but they're just saving it out. One more save and they might be able to proceed and get the gun round that we've been waiting for, since I mentioned earlier that they just have to save for at least 2 rounds in order for them to get an economic advantage and try to buy some utilities as well as equipment against the side of NB Esports. They just have to play it patiently. And look at this. Patiently it is coming in from Blazer, taking on Noodle, and Dignified with the Sheriff shot might get the upgrade if he's gonna proceed here at mid-bottom, but Blazer will be waiting for him. Just like in the Lion's Den, waiting for the prey to come in. But I'm pretty sure Dignified smells the bloodlust coming in from Blazer as he takes down Blazer. Kirari, though, was up there for the trade, takes down Dignified, who was at the open at mid. That's Kirari here at Catwalk, trying to spot out any information. He's gonna spot out that turret, trying to take it out. He knows the Killjoy
30
is
seconds
still
left.
lingering around. 30 seconds, that's Kirari gonna push and takes down Primo. And this is what's happening for the side of NB. That's gonna be the guiding light, the flash towards Yoru. And that's gonna be the pop flash of the century here for Kirari as he picks up the 3K. But Ram was up there for the shutdown. He does have the lockdown. He needs to just reload this, or else he might get caught with his pants down, and he will. But he does not have enough time against John 316 and Rainy, who he doesn't have any information on, so he's just gonna be saving this one out. And yeah, what needs to happen here for the side of Void Esports is they can play around the Cosmic Divide as well as the lockdown when it comes to an initial entry from the side of Void Esports. If they want to attack a site, they have to play it for that. Now the game plan might be they plant a spike, do the utilities, do the smokes, the flashes, and then if someone tries to go for the post-plant defuse from the defender side, they can play it around Primo, who has the Hunter Sphere available for him. Since basically they don't have to worry a Killjoy for the defender side, since they did not opt for that one. And now, just gonna wait for any game plan that might be happening here for the side of Void Esports. We'll just have to see what they might be plotting against here. We do have the lead here now for NB Esports. Seems like they are back on track against Void Esports. And you see, this is what kind of the weakness here for the side of Void Esports. Not really a weakness, but it's a figured out tactic by the side of NB Esports. So they're probably relaying it to their teammates that hey, Void Esports out here, they like to play around utilities, they like to play around setups. So once we see that happening, we just have to wait for them to enter the site that they might try to go for.
You are divided!
So Euro out here trying to bait out some information by placing the Astra smoke towards B side. Oh no, Cloudy is on the Empress. He has information now. He just have to peek this against Euro, but Euro was there for the spray down, takes down Cloudy. And this is the fight that Team One Esports is playing for. And now look at that, Euro with the wonderful setups as well as a shot. Takes out the 3K, but Blazer was up there for the trade up. That's gonna be the flash from the Phoenix. He has flashed Blazer. He needs to run for his life or he's gonna get taken out. That's gonna be the flame wall, trying to block out the information, and he'll dignified as well. 30 HP for him. That's gonna be an Astral Star towards the entry from the push down door. Gonna be proceeding towards window. He does have the paranoia. That's not gonna connect towards anyone. Trying to spray down here on the Nebular smoke, but it's not gonna connect towards anyone. And Yoru is still looking at heaven. He has information where Blazer might be. He still wants to go for this. And Yoru actually goes for a 5K! 5K for Yoru! He basically did all the setups, planted the stars, did the Cosmic Divide, as well as clean up house at a site. This is not a sentinel for the side of Void Esports. It's a second duelist at this point. This Astra is a battle Astra in itself. With that being said, it seems like tides have turned here for the side of Void Esports. They initially went for the original plan of setting up, and then they played around the ultimates, the ultimate of Astra. So yeah, that's what happened. So Cloudy took a shot towards Primo. That's gonna be a man disadvantage now for the side of the attackers. Void Esports has to play this one carefully. If they lose another member, it might be a hard entry for them, since losing the information gatherer as well as the value that will be coming in from the Hunter's Fury is very crucial for their team when it comes to entering a site. Kirari really likes to play it around here at Catwalk, and he's gonna get punished by Dignified, who was there pairing at him at death's door, taking down Kirari. Now everything's even out. It's gonna be a 4v4. The setup here for the side of Void Esports is that they have to carefully choose a site, since they are down one member. They can flood out. They can flood a site, since there's only two members defending here for a site, but they don't have information. But once they caught wind of what's happening at a site,
30 seconds left.
they might push the button here. They might pull the trigger. Rotations is still not coming in from the side of defenders. That's still Rainy as well as Blazer still holding it out at mid and B. Another Cosmic Divide coming here from Yuru as he picked up a 5K earlier. Cloudy is waiting here at the box. He's gonna get taken out by Noodle. And Dignified takes down John 316 as well. Patiently, slowly but surely for the side of Void Esports, their tactic seems to be working now against the much more damaged side here. But the Hawk Flash, as well as a spray down coming in from Noodle. That's good synchronous play from Dignified, but he's gonna get punished because that was a double angle take up for the defenders. And Blazer might be careless out here. He pushes and not look at the right angle, and look at that. Dignified was just waiting for the smoke. Takes them Blazer, and Dignified is gonna pick up 3K. Reward him with the run it back as well. They have to play it around that, and then they have basically what happens here for the side of Void Esports is that they really love playing on their abilities and utilities, and yeah, that's a given fact. What NB Esports has to do to counter that is that do what they did on the first 4 rounds that they won against the side of Void Esports. They were just waiting for the utilities to be used, wait for the time to expire, because at the end of the day, it's the defenders who's gonna have a good time whenever the time runs out. They just have to choke out the resources as well as the playmaking potential that will be coming in from Void Esports, and they might be able to make it happen. And if the side here of Void Esports goes for another win, it's gonna be another gap that they have to. It's gonna be a hurdle that they have to walk across for the side of NB Esports. And look at this. For the side of NB Esports, they are on an iffy buy. So what basically might happen here for the side of Void Esports is that It's gonna be easy pickings towards B site. If they're gonna miss their shots, run it back, gonna be used to try to scout out information. That's gonna be pushing towards B site. That's gonna be no one for the defenders. That's also the lockdown gonna be used by the Killjoy. No Hunter's Fury available for them. Actually, that's gonna be John 316, who's using the Hunter's Fury towards the attackers trying to plant in. He does tag 2 members. And now he has information. Primo spraying towards Market. And Blazer is gonna punish Primo, who was revealing his position. Basically, the Trailblazer not gonna connect towards anyone. Brand is waiting at the main. John 316 and the Neural Theft is gonna get used. They're gonna be revealing where they are. John 316 takes down Dignified as well as Yoru. Might go for a third one, but Kirari takes down Noodle. That's gonna be Rat. Oh! Cloudy with a crispy headshot towards Rand. And this is gonna be equalizing things one again. Look at this, NB Esports. They went for the strategy of wasting the utilities that will be coming from Void Esports. And it resisted them greatly. And it's gonna be win for them. And they're gonna be taking that one out happily. Earlier they had Cred's problem. They were on an iffy buy. If you're gonna look at this, now they're basically back on track. They have the Phantoms and the Vandals as well as heavy armors. If you're gonna look at the lowest Creds here, it's only gonna be Rainy with the 800, but if they win this one out, they might be able to still sustain their game against here Void Esports. Everything seems to be relatively happening really closely for both of these teams. That is going to be a kind of a going really smoothly for both of these teams. Everything is equalized out. 5-5 is really not a bad number for both of the teams. It's just who is gonna be able to extend the lead further, because both of the teams have initial strategies that works for them. NB is patient. Void Esports is also patient on their pickups. But what I'm eyeing out here is Void Esports is that they're really going for the slow-paced plays. If they get used to that anytime soon, and if they proceed towards the defender side, it's gonna be at least one kind of adjustment that will be happening for them. Since NB is gonna be proceeding towards the attacker's side, they basically have an aggressive lineup as well, because they have the Reyna who can push out sides and sustain the battles. They have the Sentinels and the triple information gatherers for the side of NB Sports. So they're going to be playing around that area. You have the Sky, who has the Seekers and the Guiding Light as well as the Trailblazer to scout out information. They can be also sustained from the heal that will be coming in from Kirari. They have John 316, who has the Recon Bolt as well as the Owl Drone, who can spot out pockets of areas as well as long-range areas that they cannot scout out that will be coming from Sky. And they have lockdown potential as well when it comes to post-plant. Once we proceed into the attacker side for them, it's going to be their insurance against Void Esports. But Void Esports, on the other hand, has the Killjoy, mind that. And Killjoy, being known for her lockdown potential when it comes to defending, is that she can basically, as I've mentioned on the agent selection screen, she can basically hold down a site on her own, because the turret basically is an equivalent of herself. She can use it to spot out information or bait out trades, since if they leave the turret unmanned, unhinged, it can kill an agent. But yeah, we're gonna move here towards the 11th round of the game. Everything might be slow here. The setups has been used and placed here at a site. It's gonna be Rainy. I think this is his go-to site when it comes to defending it, since there's basically just 2 entries, and one would be coming from tree, one would be coming from A main. B side, on the other hand, has at least 3 entries would be coming in from defender side spawn, Market, as well as B main. Look at this. That's gonna be a pushing John 316 towards B main. He might be able to find out Dignified, who is slowly pushing out here. They still wary of the surroundings. They have to check their corners, and that's gonna be Primo spotting out. That's gonna be Blazer spotted out. He's gonna try to go away as he might be tagged. No, he doesn't get tagged by the. He didn't get tagged by the free. Oh no! That's a bad time to tailwind inside market here for Noodle. And that's gonna be Cloudy getting tagged. He is on 50 HP now. 25 HP rather. Can be the plan commencing from the attacker's side. That's gonna be a lot of defenders try to wait out the storm as of the moment. Since look at this, they're gonna try to heal it out. They have information that there are 2 members here, but that's gonna be first strike towards Ram. Crack the dude. Takes on Rainy, and Primo trades it out against Kirari as well. 3k for Blazer. Now this is a 1v2. He is gonna get blinded, but there's no follow-up peeks here. He doesn't have to wait this one out. They just have, for the attackers, they just have to wait out and try not to go for the frag against Blazer for them to extend this lead. But I think Blazer might be opting here for exit frag as well. He's going to take the first kill for Instinctified, but Yoru is just up there for the trade. Takes on Blazer, and the spike is going to get detonated, and no one is going to be at harm's way here for the last member standing for the side of the attackers, for the side of Void Esports. And now look at this. Look at this, everyone. Both of the teams are really up there, really close. As I've mentioned, the really redeeming qualities here for the side of NB Esports is their patience. And the redeeming qualities for Void Esports is their usage of utilities. And now I'm going to spot out... Oh, I see you, Cloudy. He has the operator on hand. This is going to be expensive for him if he doesn't utilize this properly. But Arena with an operator seems to be doable, and Dignified takes the first shot towards Rainy. A site might be for the picking up here, but that's a long way from the spike, which is still at their spawn area. But I think they're just playing out for information here for the side of Void Esports. And yes, they managed to take down Rainy. One more information gatherer gone. They can't use it aggressively. Cloudy looking at A rafters, he has the operator on hand. Anyone tried to push at the entrance from A main will be facing the wrath of that operator. Else, it's going to be a bad time for the side of the defender, since that is an expensive pickup. That's at least 4,950 creds. And with looking at your team here for the side of NB, they might be on a bad economic status after if they lose this defending run against the Void Esports, who's still 5-man strong. We have the lockdown available. That is no counter. John 316 doesn't have the Hunter's Fury for B site, and I think they're just trying to bait out B site. No rotations whatsoever happening here, and look at that. Cloudy might have information. Ooh, pushing to the smoke. Kirari takes in the shot, takes in the double towards Yoru, and that's Noodle taking a trade kill against Kirari as well. Blazer blazing that against Noodle, and Blazer picks up 2k against Primo. It's gonna be Ran, who was trying to bait out defenders at B side, trying to proceed from catwalk towards H3. He's gonna get shut down by Cloudy, and we're back to an equalized run again. Look at this, everyone. Both of these teams seem to not let up against each other, and we're gonna have the switcheroo now. And B Esports is gonna be on the attacker's side, and Void Esports is gonna be on the defending. I think they're gonna be looking at the composition. They might have it easier since they do have the Killjoy. And they do have the other much more aggressive lineup compared to the single duelist setup here beside of NB Esports. Look at Void Esports. They have Dignified on the Phoenix, and they also have Noodle on the Jet, who can do aggressive plays on sites that they want to go for. With John 316 now opening it up with a recon bot, is gonna get immediately denied here at a site. They have information now. That's gonna be the Gravity Well as well as the Astral Smoke, and the Hot has the Heaven is gonna get blinded. The Leer gonna be used, and now they're slowly entering towards A side. Cloudy gonna go for the frenzy kill against Dignified. He has it on hand, and Kirari takes the shot with Zuru. Right click from Ran. Kakadu takes in Kirari, and then the Blazer takes a shot as well. With the buy, spike plant is gonna get planted, but he's gonna get killed from the behind. And Noodle with the Sheriff is just on fleek right now. He might be able to make this happen if he tries to take down Blazer, who is at bad standings when it comes to HP, is at red line. Cloudy now has information. They have to patiently wait for this. They don't have to pick this out. And Yoru, no, that's actually Noodle with 3k towards Blazer, and Cloudy there Of course, that's to be expected. They had a crossfire set up, and that's gonna be a good fight here. Earlier round win for the side of NB Esports. They managed to pick up the first round of the attacker side, proving to us that they can still make it happen. Both of these teams can make it happen actually, because both of them seems to not really let up. And now, moving into the next round, it's pretty strong here for the side of NB. They do use the utilities as well. That is already a taken B site. No contention whatsoever because majority of the players from the side of Void Esports is at A site. And now for the side of NB, they're just going to take up positions. Since they basically planted the spike and did the setup, they're just waiting in line. That's gonna be at market. Oh, Kirari, you need to run for your life or you're gonna get taken out. But he 18 HP. He manages to survive it. But he has information on where NB Esports might be coming from. It's gonna be from B lobby. They have information now. The time is ticking. They just have to patiently wait it out. John 316 takes the kill towards Primo. That's gonna be a flash. Oh, that's gonna be the massacre at B lobby. With his Noodle trying to go for the classic kill. He does pick it up against John 316 and Cloud takes them dignified. Rainy with the sheriff kill towards Noodle. Takes him down. Another patient play here for the side of NB Esports. They managed to take the 2-round win now once and for all against Void Esports. They just have to continue this and they're gonna have a bigger lead against the already they're gonna have the bigger lead against Void Esports. But for the side of Void Esports, like this, I think they're going to be forcing the next round. Since I'm seeing light armors as well as rifles. And Primo does have the Odin. I think they say that's the save up from the last round. So they managed to pull this out, try to deter any push doer or be coming from any side. That's a lot of convergence here for the side of the attackers for NB. They have information now. And now that's going to be the entry here led by Cloudy. Trying to spray it around, but this Noodle might get taken out. He is gonna get taken out, and Kirari takes a shot towards Zero as well, and that's dignified. Gonna get the closed door on his face, trying to shut it down, destroy the door. If they push this smoke, they're gonna be pushing in blind by Cloudy. Oh no, that's a bad timing for you to look away, buddy, and that's Primo with the Odin. Mowing it down against Cloudy. John 316 with trade against Ran Crack-a-Dude. He takes him out. And now that's gonna be Primo only with the Odin. This is an expensive pickup for him, and he's gonna get taken down with the Spectre. Blazer closes it against him. And I think he's gonna go for the upgrade as well. Take down the Odin from his hand. And now the lead is slowly falling here for the side of NB Esports. For the side of Void Esports, they went in for the much expensive buy round. Actually, that wasn't even their buy round. That was their forced buy against the side of NB, hoping that they might be able to stop the lead, stop the bleeding that will be coming in from NB Esports. But they got shut down ultimately, and now they have to save another 2 rounds if they lose this. Because they might, since they just opted for just 2 light armors, heavy armor, classic, and the sheriff, and that's gonna be Noodle trying to use the Blade Storm at a main Trailblazer towards Tree. Gravity Well not gonna connect to anyone. Ooh, Cloudy almost there. Missing it by a hair. Noodle with the classic kill. And that's Cloudy. If the side of the defenders actually makes this work, they might be getting a thrifty round here on the fully kitted members of NB Esports. The door is going to get close on their faces. They have information now on where the rotation might be coming from. Spike is going to get planted for Wine. Cloudy is looking at heaven now. Joke is going to get used. He's going to be tagged down, trying to proceed towards hell. The Reason Vault is gonna get destroyed. Primo trying to shoot at the wall. That's not gonna connect towards L2D2. Still a double scenario for the defenders. Not anymore because that's gonna be a member taken out from the defenders. This is only Primo left with the Sheriff. If he makes this work, he might be making it work. Now he has information. John 316 though has the better fire rate with the Phantom. Takes down Primo Domirosova. 10-6. Now the lead further cemented here by the side of NB Esports. Now, moving into the next round. At least the side of Void Esports managed to save it against the side of NB Esports. It was a right call for them to go and save up and try to go for the Sheriff play. They managed to almost make it work, actually. They almost got the thrifty round, but the fire rate was really better for the side of the attacker side, for the side of NB Esports. And now Cloudy with a chance of meatballs, maybe he's gonna get not tagged in the wall. This Cloudy leading the charge, and Noodle will get taken out by Blazer. Yuru was at market. Cloudy with the Devour trying to sustain himself out. The heal will be coming in from Kerari and the Sky. The trade up. Oh no! Ran crack a dude. What's up there? Having a field day. The defender side spawn to the entrance towards B site. He almost got it, but from the flank coming in from John 360, he gets it. And another one takes down Yuru. And now 11 points for the side of NB Esports. They might be able to make this work since it's gonna be only one round away from match point. And Void Esports is feeling it right now. Look at this. Is this gonna be Void Esports trying to go for another eco round? I don't think they can go for it, since it's gonna be deadly for them. They have to force this against NB Esports, or else they might have a bad scenario for them. Since if NB Esports wins this round against the side of Void Esports, they're gonna be put at match point. If Void Esports manage to at least stop the aggression coming in from NB Esports, they will be able to patch up the already bleeding wounds that is coming in from their bodies. But looking at how NB Esports is at the apex of their play right now, they have the creds, they have the equipment, and also they can play around the ultimate of the Reyna, the Empress, as well as the Hunter's Fury, can open up a lot of space for them. With only having Dignified with the run it back, they can use it to play for information. But it's gonna be armor shredded if Dignified tries to go for that play. At least they're gonna have a little bit of information. Now for the side of Void Esports, I did mention earlier that they are the patient, much more patient side when it comes to the attackers. Earlier, they went in for a lot of setups. Their team basically Scream setup and entry. And now for the defenders side, they seem to not find the defensive capabilities that their composition has. Yes, they have the Killjoy. Yes, they have the Astra. They have the Sova for long-range information gathering. But they just seem to fall short against the aggression coming in from NB Esports. The carefully placed smokes from the Omen, the entries, as well as the pop flashes from Kerari that we've seen earlier. I mean, Kerari, if we are gonna go replay a couple of rounds back, managed to land a lot of pop flashes that will be coming from his guiding light. He catches two people off guard on that one round. He managed to spray one down. He gets taken out though, but his teammate was there for the pickup and basically cemented and closed that round because they can make work with all the utilities they have. They have a lot of blinding potential as well, actually, for the side of NB Sports. We have the Paranoia for them. We have the Lear. We have the Trailblazer Seekers and the Guiding Light coming here from Kerari. And they do manage to make it work. And then when they make it work, they just easily take down a site. Earlier was praising on how Void Esports is the much more setup heavy related composition. But when it comes to the attacking, I didn't think NB Esports could have made it possibly work. And now we're proceeding to almost one more round away from match point for them. Because their composition only has one duelist. And it's not even the duelist that can move around the map very easily. They only have the Reyna. Can have a little bit of movement boost coming in from the Devour and Dismiss, as well as the Empress. But pair that up against a Jet who is very, very versatile when it comes to movement. They're going to be falling short on that. Noodle tries to go for the first martial shot against on A main. It's not going to connect towards anyone, but they do have information now, and that's going to be Rainy. Putting down a lot of cyber cages. Ooh, he's going to get headshotted by Rainy. As Cloudy and Kirari taking a shot for Zigger and then Noodle and Blazer as well. And that's gonna be John 316 moving here at 3, but he is early on the pickup. Takes down Ram Crackadude. That's gonna be Emo, last guy standing, and he's gonna get caught by the Seekers and the bullets. John 316. And they're gonna be put at the match point.
Match point.
And now, this is do or die here for the side of Void Esports. They went in for the buys at the last round that we've seen. And now they're gonna be forced to buy this one out again since they have to. Against the fully kitted members here for the side of NB Esports. They still have their ultimates available. The only ultimate that was used earlier was the Seekers from Kirari's Sky. And now, proceeding into the next round. I think they went for a little bit of the picture here in A lobby here for the side of NB Esports. They're gonna do the setups here. That's gonna be the dark covers proceeding towards Heaven, trying to block out information. Yuru is waiting patiently at Heaven. He can spot out information. That's gonna be Primo using the Hunter's Fury. Gonna tag down one member, but that's not gonna reveal a lot of information as Cloudy takes down Dignified. That's gonna be Radcrack Dude taking down Rainy and Cloudy. He suddenly makes this doable as Yuru as well. Takes down Blazer. Now this is the 2v4. Cosmic Divide is gonna be used towards a main guiding light. Gonna be used flashing out two members. No, he's gonna be running for his life. This is suddenly looking like a breath of fresh air here for the side of Void Esports. John 316 pushing towards the Cloudburst. He's gonna get punished and Radcrack Dude with a clutch moments picks up the 3k. Not giving NB Esports an easy time on taking the first round win here. They might be able to still turn this around. And now, looking at what's happening, it's going to be guns and utilities is going to be available for Void Esports. If they continue on doing what they did earlier, make a well job done for them, NB Esports might have it with the reverse Unu card facing to them. But yeah, NB, I don't think they want to make that happen. Because they still have the ultimates as well as the credits to work with. So I think they're going to be eyeing here at the side. Information Recon Bolt is going to get destroyed. The Odin trying to be used here. Ooh, carefully placed Gravity well taken down Cloudy. He's going to get caught with information. Ooh, another one. Primo towards Blazer. He's going to get spotted out by... He's gonna get spotted out by the Hunter's Fury as that's gonna be the mirror. So John 316 taking him from a mile away. Yuru is waiting for a flank here. He has information. He heard the footsteps. He is up mid-bottom. If they proceed to go here, John 316 doesn't make it work. Noodle with the Vandal as well as Dignified with the 2k. 12-8. This suddenly is looking hopeful now for the side of Void Esports actually. NB Sports, if they lose this next round, they're gonna have it harder for them now, since they're gonna be put on a scenario on where Void Esports was at earlier, an economic financial crisis. If they continue to have those, if they continue to leak those weaknesses coming in from the armor that they're wearing, Void Esports might be able to capitalize on that. The chinks on their armor is gonna get pried open by Void Esports. The ones we thought side of NB Esports, who has it in the lead, might have it really hard for them. That's gonna be Kirari, almost spotted out. He bunny hops away, safe from the recon bot. If you provide information early on this game, but yes, he's gonna get tagged by Primo. Oh, that's gonna be the gravity well towards mid. I love the initiative coming in from Yuru, try to block out any would-be trade that will be happening by deterring their movement. But that's gonna be the attackers. Now look at this. Blazer is gonna have the upgrade. He's gonna have the Phantom. Now he still has a light armor and a couple of HP left. Primo whiffing his shots for the Odin. He's gonna try to go for the shots. Kirari taking on Ryan Dude. That's gonna be Primo. And Cloudy as well as Kirari taking on kills after kills. I think they're gonna hunt out Noodle out here, but they have to plant this spike because Noodle is just one orb away from the Blade Storm. If he picks up a frag, he might be able to take this. No. Noodle. Noodle, where are you looking, buddy? Oh no, he tries to go backwards. Oh! The knife is not gonna happen, but Cloudy! Cloudy made it work. And now, that's gonna be the first round win here for the side of NB Esports. Yeah. I love the initial plan for the knife kill out there, but that did not result well. But they managed to close it one out because the Reyna was up there for the pickup, taking down the Jet. And they're gonna close the first game here on Ascent. That's gonna be at least 13 to a couple of 13 to 8 against the side of Void Esports. And our first round winner is gonna be NB Blazer. But stick around because this is the best of three. Once again, we would love to give you our giveaway, which is going to be our Vertigear gaming chair. It is available on Malaysia and Singapore. The winners will be picked on November 15. All you have to do is type !giveaway on the chat and get the chance of getting the Vertigear gaming chair provided here by KJC Esports, KJC Scrims. So if you want to get some sweet goodies coming in from KJ Esports, just stick around and try to join the giveaway. Once again, I have been your shoutcaster. I will catch you on the next game, which is gonna be Bind, and this is gonna be the pick of NB Esports. So we'll catch you after this quick short break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, everyone, to the KJC Esports KJC Scrims. I am your caster for today. My name is Sexivus, and we have the next map, which is going to be Bind. It is against the attacker's side, rather, is going to be on the side of NB Esports, who won on their first game, which was the pick of Void Esports. And now we're going to have their pick being played out for them. I think they have this practice out, but we'll have to see that happening here on KJC Scrims in this best of 3 series. Will we end this with a 2-0, or will we be going in with a 3-0 if NB Esports turns this around? We'll have to stick around and catch that soon. But yeah, before everything else, we would love to remind you that we have a giveaway. This is between KJC Esports and in collaboration with Vertigear. We will be giving away a Vertigear gaming chair. This is available only for Malaysia and Singapore. Winners will be picked on November 15. All you have to do to enter the chat, the instructions is at you just have to put it in the Twitch chat !giveaway, and you will be seeing how to enter our giveaway. Yeah, with that being said, we'll be proceeding into the next game on Valorant, which is going to be Bind. So what happened earlier is that for the side of NB Esports, they had it rough in the first start of the game. But as soon as the time progressed for their team, they managed to turn things around. They strategized well, communicated well with the rotations as well as the post plans, the pre-plans. They made it work against Void Esports, who showed us a very strong standing on the first part of the game. In the first half, they were really strong. They were matching the aggression that was coming against from NB Esports. But NB Esports came out on top and won the first game. And then we just carefully placed utilities as well as just really good Valorant shooting out here for their team. And now we're going to proceed into the agent selection screen. We're going to have what I really want to see here on Bind is that the much more doable duelist here for Bind is always going to be either the Raze or the Jet, because they can capitalize on all the areas here on Bind. That's a lot of open areas they can maneuver at. The Raze can have a lot of time jumping around and flushing out areas, as well as the close angles with the Showstopper. The Jet can be flying around with the Tailwind and use the Blade Storm much more efficiently other than it against the other duelist counterparts. Yeah, here for the defender side, it seems like they have it on the ropes already. A Viper that I'm seeing a Viper here. That's gonna be Noodle on the Viper. Actually, I haven't seen Viper on the games that I have casted, but now this is gonna be a fresh pickup here, because Viper, as we know it, has been a really good controller lately, since she can lock down the site with her Viper
Select
Spit,
your agent.
the toxic screen, as well as the poison cloud. Paired up with the snake bite as well to flush out enemies from corners, as well as those who wants to defend a spike. But yeah, look at this. For the attacker side, they have what I was mentioning earlier, which is going to be the Raze paired up with a Jet. That's going to be two slippery duelists to catch here for the attacking side. And considering that the side of NB Esports is starting on the attackers, and they opt for the Raze and the Jet, they're going to have... Oh, actually... My eyes isn't fooling me. Actually, NB Esports went for the triple duelist setup here with only one initiator and a controller. They don't even need a sentinel. And that's really peculiar here for the side of NB Esports. I mean, we've seen their composition earlier. It wasn't that all crazy, but having 3 duelists for this next game, which could be an extended series or the conclusion of their series here on KJC Scrims, is that really interesting how we're gonna see this happen, because Reyna can sustain on fights, can be on defensive and on attacking. Jet and Raze, if you lose one, you still have one. You can flush out areas with Raze. You can go for duels with the Jet. But let's not count out, of course, Void Esports, who has their strategy to be like turtling on any site that they want to go, try to reduce the time as much as possible, and set up the necessary defaults that they have planned or will be planning in mind. They have here the Sky, which is gonna be the much more aggressive Sentinel. You can play around the Guiding Light, play around the Trailblazer. If they get the Seekers, this is gonna be an aggressive push for them on what site they want to go for. But starting it on the defender side, it's good for going for shoulder peaks, for flashes. It's gonna be good to catch pushing attackers off guard. And not to mention, we have Yuru again with the Astra. Earlier, Yuru went for the Astra, and he was really proficient with it. We saw that Yuru is a very aggressive Astra, going in hard, coming out slow, taking it all fast. Planting the stars, planting the gravity wells, as well as good timings with the cosmic divide. Play around with the team for the trade ups. This is really nice for them that we're seeing here for the side of Void Esports. They over have a well-rounded team. They have a Sentinel, they have a controller, and they have a duelist that can assist them. And when it comes to the switching of the sides, when they become on the attacker side, that's going to be their insurance. What I'm seeing here for NB Esports though is they want to go for the aggressive play style here. I mean, it is possible for a triple duelist setup to work, but it needs a lot of coordination for all of the duelists, since most of the entries, most of the setups as well will be coming in from you. You basically will enter a site almost blind because you're gonna have a little bit of disadvantage when it comes to the defending team, since they can go for the retakes and play it much more aggressive for them. While the side of the NB Esports, they have to play it carefully, or else if they lose out duelists who thrives on sustaining out from kills, it's gonna be harder for those duelists. But Void Esports, they seem to have the upper hand when it comes to composition, and what we've seen earlier from them is that it wasn't really that much of a stomp against NB Esports. They basically was matching them when it comes to prowess, but they really just fell short when the economic thing happened for them. They were losing on creds, and if given enough creds that they can have, they might be able to have turned it around against NB Esports. Enough of that said, we're gonna proceed into the next round. That's gonna be Yuru on the crates here with the gravity well. That's gonna probably concuss the Reyna. No, that's gonna be entry coming here from the side of the attacker. Jean 316 to take kills towards Yuru. This is gonna be the boom bot trying to flush out here at elbow. They have information now. Primo is losing his shots with the right click, taking down John 316. He takes him out, and now this is gonna be a 4v4 now. It's gonna be Rainy with the headshot towards Ram Crackadoo, and that's gonna be sustaining him out. He is over here, he can sustain it. Oh, another kill, and they just have to go for one more, and it's gonna be Dignified, who is at low HP, and he's gonna take him down. Triple kill coming here for Rainy, and they're gonna be happily sitting on that first round win here. Now, if they go aggressive, they can go for the Spectres as well as the Armors. But if they want to at least save it out, try to match Void Esports when it comes to their buy round, they can make it happen. And Void Esports, knowing that they fell short in the first round, they're gonna be opting to save here, not doing the same mistakes that they did on the second half of the last game, where they kind of forced the weapons out on the second round, in which gave them a disadvantage when it comes to threats. Yeah, John 316 here. Really good flash, but the Guiding Light takes down Noodle at bat, who was running tail behind his back, and now that's gonna be at least a very easy entry here for the side of the attackers. They're gonna spray down towards the lamps area, and that's gonna tag members from the defender side. John 316 with the Spectre kill towards Dignified, and the Pain Shell kills from John 316. Goes for a 4K against Yuru, and that's gonna be John 316, who was not on the much more aggressive agent earlier, showing us that he can also be a duelist here on Bind. I think they practiced this one out, because one team would not be so ballsy when it comes to picking up a triple duelist setup. They want to go in hard, finish this as fast as they can. Wherein the side of Void Esports can just wait it out and try to weather the storm that will be coming in for the side of NB Esports. They have the smokes, they have the deterrence that they can use to trying to stop and pushes from a much more aggressive team. Yeah, look at this. Proceeding now to the third round.
Take flight.
We're gonna have Cloudy trying to scout out information here with the Aldrone. He does have information now that
Scanning
Yoru
ahead.
might be on the crate.
Enemy
Maybe the
marked.
recon bolt's not gonna connect towards anyone, but it's gonna be connected to them. Instead, Yoru with the spray down towards Cloudy and Blazer, and the carefully placed Gravity Wall with 3K as well takes down Rainy. That's gonna be Kirari with the trade up at elbow, takes down Primo, and it's gonna be John 316 looking at the right angle, takes down Noodle. He's gonna have an upgrade of his life, and he's gonna have that Phantom now. He's gonna try and make this work. Look at this Boombot.
I have
Try
a
to
spike.
flush out. I think they're just gonna rotate here, since basically for a site we have only one defender out here. It's gonna actually spread it out members here, and I don't think that's gonna be a good decision for Rand Crack the dude, since he left his buddy out here on B site, on where they could have heard a couple of footsteps as well as audio visual cues here on
30
B site.
seconds left.
And that's Kirari trying to scout out information. Oh no, he does
enemy
spot it
remaining.
out. Dignified, he's gonna get taken out. He's gonna get caught with his pants out. No, he's not gonna spot out Rand. Try to go and do a hero play out here. Proceeding from defender side spawn, he has to cover a lot of angles if he wants to make this work. And now he's gonna see Kirari from a long range angle, and I think the Vandal is gonna come out on top when it comes to long range duels. Takes down Rand, and that's Kirari gonna be happily sitting at 6 orbs out of 7. He's just gonna have one more point before the Blade Storm is available, and they can play around the Showstopper and the Empress. They can offer the next round to be much more aggressive against Void Esports, since they have the ultimates which the duelists will have. Once the entry is gonna commence, they just have to pass it down to their controller, which is gonna be the Omen. But the spike is gonna be handed towards him, because that's a much more safer route after John 316 was sprayed down towards Noodle, but Yoru with the Sheriff takes on John 316 at bats. You do not run with your knife before not confirming if there is gonna be a trade up. He's gonna get caught with
Here.
his pants down now. I think B site is living rent free, since look at this. That's a lot of members out there at the defender at A site. They do have equalized body counts out here. That's gonna be 4v4. They're trying to check out people, but no one is out there. I think that's gonna be Blazer from the high angle. He is at the boosted spot, so he's gonna spot out information almost immediately. That we're coming in from defender side spawn. Oh, that's gonna be Rainy with a shot towards the hand crack. And that's gonna be Yuru with the 3K as well. Shock that kill from Dignified. Now this is a 2v2 now. Everything seems to be doable. The Cosmic Divide is available for Yoru, but I don't think they had to make it
Last
work.
player
4K for
standing.
Yoru now. That's gonna be him against the world. 1 HP, 1 dream though. Where is Blazer? He needs to make this work, but Blazer, he got dinked almost there. He almost got taken out by Yoru. He was on 1 HP, so what came out on top was Blazer. And now look at this. Slowly but surely, that's a well-established lead here for the side of NB Esports. I think they have it in the bags when it comes to momentum as well, since they're still reeling from the recent win that they did. But looking at the bias that will be coming in from Void Esports now, they seem to have it okay, at least for a little bit of time, unless if they lose it out against NB Esports, who as at the credits, high up there in the credits, they basically have and will sustain in the next round even if they lose this. The operator pickup from Rando is expensive, but he makes it work against John 316. Takes in the kill to towards John 316, and now the entry will be coming in the A side. Ooh, that's gonna be Blaze not connecting, and Yoru picks up 2K, but Cloudy was up there for the trade. Takes him
One
down at
enemy
the
remaining.
container.
Spike
And that's
down
Primo also
B.
with a kill towards Blazer. Cloudy is alone out here. He has to cover a lot of angles. He's trying to spray in, but that's gonna be Primo taking down the Mirror Sova. This is gonna be the first round win here for Void Esports, and they need to make that work actually, because they went in for the full buy, and Rand Crack dude went for the operator pickup. If they lose the operator from that play, it would have been very expensive for them. It's gonna be a crisis since the creds that you have to work at in picking up another gun such as the operator is gonna be at least 2 rounds before you can fully buy yourself that. And considering that they were losing a couple of rounds against the side of NB, it was a smart choice for them to win the round. Here, Viper's Pit is gonna be used towards a short. Rand Crack is on fire, taking down Ferrari with the operator. Hero is gonna get spotted out by the all drone. He's gonna jump away from the all drone, but Cloudy actually hits the long range Hunter's Fury. He takes it down. Ferrari is gonna get taken out. But yeah, the spike planted here. They do have information on one defender at elbow. He's gonna be running for his life now, since if he gets spotted out and sprayed towards the smoke, he's gonna die blind. And no one likes dying blind. But Cloudy holding with this shot right out here, not gonna connect towards anyone. Dignified, try to go for the trailblazer out here. John 316 with the flank though, taking a random Dignified. Noodle picking up name for himself, taking out Cloudy. 2v2 now. It's gonna be Primo though with low HP, and Rainy is looking the right angle. He sees the barrel. He's gonna take down Noodle. Goes for another one. Takes down Rainy, and that's gonna be. That actually takes down the other guy. That was Rainy picking up the 2K actually. Forgive me for that, but it was just really on fire for Rainy, and now he's gonna be resulted with the Empress as well. He saves the round for his team. But yeah, that's gonna be at least 4-round deficit here for the side of Void Esports. That's a huge void they do need to fill out against the side of NB Esports, who is continuing to be really strong out here. Earlier they were matching the place, but I think they're falling short here on buy, and I think the entry is gonna come here. Trailblazer, actually the Lethal Bolt is gonna spot out. Dignified with the Sheriff, sprays down, takes down Rainy at the lamps area. John 316 trying to plant out the spike. He's trying to run for his life in the Hunter's Fury. Showstopper not gonna connect towards anyone, and Primo is gonna spot out. John 316 takes him down, and Noodle picks up Blazer, and this is basically Kirai versus the world. He has the operator. He takes on first rank against Rank Kraken, dude. If he makes this work, but no, that's gonna be the Poison Cloud at the entrance from A-Bats. He needs to run away, or else he's gonna get taken out in a close angle situation. He needs to save this operator. It's expensive for them. It's gonna be the Owl Drone. He is gonna get spotted out, and finally the Recon Bolt is gonna detect him. Needs to run away, or else they're gonna have that operator. And with 40 seconds, 35 to the board, I don't think Kirari can make this happen unless he goes for the quick flick back. Now, Noodle was quicker. Takes down Kirari. That's going to be at least taking back the rounds against NB Esports, who has been showing us a lot of momentum for them. But if Void Esports continues to fall short, it might be a terrible time for them, since NB Esports will be happily punishing that. But I think they can make this work now with the setups finally commencing, as well as the creds and guns that they can sustain of against the side of NB Esports, who is now at the save round. They have light armors, a couple of specters, and one phantom. If they make this work, that's gonna be 150 round for the books here on this best of 3 series. The Trailblazer is not gonna connect towards anyone lucky. That's gonna be the headshot of Kirari towards Dignified. Actual quick flick at the lamps area. Ooh, Noodle. Is he spotted out through the smoke? No. He's gonna be here on the pocket waiting out information. He is relaying this to his team, and he needs to sync up with his team and try to go for the post-plant retake. But they are man down here. I think they're gonna play this one really, really slowly. Ram and the operator, as well as the cosmic divide being used to block out any information that coming right. Cloudy with the shot towards Yuri, who almost misses that. Lives with 20 HP. Primo trying to spray down any members at lamps. Kirai is there for the trade up, takes down kill. And that's actually a 30 round landing here for the side of Team NB Esports. Kirari made it work. And now they're back on track. Earlier they were at an economic disadvantage, and we can see that now being turned around against Void Esports, who went for the buy earlier. I think they can still at least buy a couple of rounds on this on this next round rather. But NB Esports seem to have it in the book, since I think they have the side of Void Esports figured out now. Because what Void Esports tends to do is they let them take the site, not offer them to try to do any setups, because the side of NB Esports can't really do a lot of setups other than try to flush out area. Rainy is gonna get concussed by the Trailblazer. Needs to back away now. Rainy trying to push here from Lamps. Rand's at a very cheap angle from the high angle. Dignify takes on the kill towards Rainy. Rand trying to run away for his life. Boombot gonna try to scout out information and bait out. Rand really cracked out here. Takes on John 316. This is a 3v3 now. Everything seems to be doable. But Kirari just one shot away from being taken out. And he is gonna get taken out as cracked. Rand, the cracked man he is, takes us straight out towards the crates. He actually finds it. But the spike is planted for a short. That's gonna be the Astral Stars being planted out here. Try to block out any vision. Nebular Smoke is gonna get used. Rand, it needs to be careful out here. He is at 4 HP. Oh no! It's gonna be Blazer taken out from the smoke as well. Oh, that's gonna be cracked. Taken out as well. 1v1, everything seems to be doable now. I think they have to just play out for a timeout here. Ooh, what are you doing? Cloudy, he's just spinning around. He's gonna get taken out, but no more the use for the defenders. Good clutch there coming in from Cloudy. And yeah, look at this. The rounds now seem to be falling short for the side of Void Esports. They seem to not find the momentum that they once had against the side of NB Esports, who is happily sitting at their 7-round lead. If they continue this until the half part of the game, they're gonna have it much easier for the attack. Actually, not easier for the attacker's side. They have to make it. They have to make it work, since they are on triple duelist setup after all. Void Esports has the much more setup-oriented composition now. It's Yoru, Casalot as well, Recon Bolt as well as the Lear. He is still not getting spotted out, but finally, as Blazer and Cloudy takes on Yoru and Dignified and Noodle. That's going to be a spray down towards the B area, entrance area, towards B side as well. Crack, Rand crack. He still has his Blade Storm. I doubt he can make this work, but he does! Take the headshot toward John 316 as well as a 2k against Rainy. He's gonna pick up the upgrade now. He's at 32 HP though. First Blade Storm gonna miss. He is sandwiched at the teleporter. If he tries to peek out, that's gonna be the paranoia. Use Tailwind to try to dodge away, but look at this. Oh no, Kirari! He's gonna get spotted out. The right click from the Blade Storm. 3k picking it up against Kirai. Shock darts towards the teleporter, and Blazer is gonna close that with a 3k against Rand. That's gonna be a win again for NB Esports. I love the initiative coming in from Rand. He almost made it work, but sadly he was at 32 HP. If it did at least have 80 HP and a couple of armor, he could have clutched it, since he was really oiled up on that last round. First, he got the Blade Storm headshot at 3 towards John 316, and then he picks up another kill. There was someone trying to go in for the trade up. I think it was Cloudy. No, I think no. It was someone else. Tried to go in for the trade in. He does pick it up. Gets the upgrade on the Phantom, picks up the right click towards Blazer as well. No, actually, it was not Blazer, but it was a member from NB Esports at the teleporter. He managed to land the right click. Was, take note, recently been changed. But yeah, at least he's gonna have a couple of creds to work with. And seeing that on the tab here, we have Rand with the operator pickup. I think he wants to go with the much more defensive jet out here. He can manage to make it work if he holds out angles well and try to not get Try to not get baited by shoulder peaks or bait jumps that will be coming in for the side of NB Esports, because the side of NB Esports does not have a lot of deterrence when it comes to operators. They don't have a lot of smokes, except for the Omen. They don't have a lot of blinds. They only have the Paranoia as well as the Leer. So I think if Rand oils himself up once again, he can manage to land all the operator shots. Can try to deter any pushes. Any would be pushes that will be coming in from NB Esports. But NB Esports, though, they have a lot of creds to work with. They have a lot of leeway. They have a lot of space to work with. Even if they lose a couple of rounds, they can save. They can opt to save or at least not save. Try to sustain it against Void Esports. Because Void Esports, take a look at this. On the creds board, they are here for Rand. They have 350, 800, 950, 600, and 4,450 only for Dignified. And I don't think that's going to be enough to, if you lose the next round against NB Esports, who has been showing us a lot of promise so far. But I've seen a couple of rounds where the side of Void Esports managed to make it work. It was a take. It was a side take error from the side of from NB Esports. They went and opted for B. And being the nature that B site needs to have a lot of setups, needs to have a lot of blockage, because you have to cover a lot of angles, they can capitalize on that whenever the side of Team NB Esports goes for V site. On A site, on the other hand, the side of NB Esports would cover a lot of angles, but they seem to just make it happen since their composition is a triple duelist setup. They can go for fights and sustain against that. They can have a lot of aggressive power when it comes to fighting against Void Esports. But Void Esports can just make it top with just a couple of well-placed smokes as well as utilities. But Void Esports so far is not really finding it against NB. Now moving into the next round, that's going to be Rand on the high angle, try to scout out information. He is not going to get tagged. Rainy is going to get shot by the operator, and this is the power of the operator pickup that I mentioned earlier. If they find kills after kills, if they oil themselves up, they're going to deter any would-be pushes on the site. But with the Omen smoke out here, but Yoru was just ready. He is expecting someone to be in the dark cover. Kirari with the operator of his own takes out Yoru, and Cloudy with a shot towards the operator user, which is going to be the Jet on Rand. He is going to be losing that. No more aggressive operator to defend this site now. Dignified picks up towards Kirari near Bats. After one here towards Cloudy as he peeks it out. John 316 is trying to bunny hop here from defender side spot. Takes the shot at Heaven. And now, no, Noodle was up there, and defenders, what I was mentioning earlier that they could have done on the earlier rounds that they have done. They finally make it happen.
In the half.
And if they continue to actually close 4-8 against the side of NB, it's not going to be too bad, since after they proceed into the half point of the game, it's not that much of a mountain to climb compared it to finishing 3-9, because after just 3 rounds, it's going to be a match point for the side of NB Esports. So they have to do a repeat on what happened last time. Since the composition of NB is much more playing on the aggressive side, they need to keep pushing and sustaining out on fights. But if Void Esports manage to deter them from the abilities that they have, they can make it work, or at least be aggressive, because Noodle says no. Takes on Blazer, and that's gonna be also Dignified and Noodle! It's just making work! They're making it work! They're making it work! This tandem! Now John 316 and Cloudy trying to spray it out against Yuru, but Yuru was up there with the Bull. Actually not the Bulldog. Jumping here up and about. That's gonna be Rand Crack. Is he gonna get spotted out by the right click? Oh no! Oh! That shot from Cloudy gets the upgrade as well. Toxic Cloud is gonna try to block out any vision. Cloudy might have it on the time of his life. He is at A lamps. He needs to flush it out. He's gonna get spotted out by the Recon bot. He's gonna get sandwiched out here. Guiding light is not gonna connect to him since his back was turned against the wall. But look at this. Poison Cloud towards here for the entry. But here, another shot from Cloudy is gonna... No, he is vulnerable. And Dignified shuts him down. And what I was mentioning earlier, it's not bad to close out the first half 4-8. And now, I think the side of Void Esports here is actually listening because they made it work now. Now we're gonna have another reset. NB Esports is gonna be on the defending side now. I don't think it's gonna be much of a breeze for them. As I mentioned earlier, they are the aggressive side. It is built for attacking, but they do have the Reyna. They have the Omen, which is kind of good for the defender side. Reyna is defender, attacker, duelist. She basically fits those roles because she can try to be the most tanky member, hard to kill because she can sustain from Devour. Yeah, Grand Crack
Revealing area.
trying to scout out information. Cloudy does have information now from Tree. No convergence on the attacker's side from Void Esports as of yet. The spike is still on their possession. No entry now. It's going to be a toxic screen used at a site. Try to block out information that would be coming from the spawn as well as the lamps area. And now a rotation would be coming in from Kirari. I think he's going to take up and set up shop at Heaven. Try to wait out any information. Because what's a repeat on what happened last time is that Void Esports like to take their game slow, right? And now for the side of NB Esports, they seem to be copying of what Void Esports is doing, since they really don't have a lot of utilities to work with when it comes to trying stopping would-be attackers from Void Esports.
30 seconds left.
They have 25 seconds now, and if they don't pull the trigger here for the attackers, they're gonna be on a pickle. Now the attackers is slowly proceeding. Toxic Cloud as well as the Toxic Screen gonna be used towards a site. Ooh, Grand Crack is gonna crack. Takes the shot towards Cloudy and Dignified as well with Kirari.
10
And Waru,
seconds left.
with the assistance of his buddies, takes down a kill. And now Rainy with the Frenzy takes the shot towards Rand. Now this is a 2v4. This might be doable. He's gonna back away from the guiding light since he is Splash, trying to sustain it out. Takes down Dignified. And now this might be doable now. John 316 has to reload at the Rainy Knight box. He takes it down. 2v2 now. This is now doable for the side of NB. They just have to be very patient with their pickup right here. NB Esports is trying to scout out information here at short. They need to defuse one. I think they're gonna play here for the
Last player
lineup.
standing.
Noodle takes down John 316 now, and Rainey's gonna run for his life. No, that's not gonna be a defuse possible now. And now turns have been tabled because Void Esports is slowly climbing their lead. I mean, not the lead, but slowly climbing their points against the side of NB Esports. And yeah, if Team Void, if the side of Void Esports pick up their momentum, like the ones that they showed us on their promising first game, they can actually win it out against NB Esports, since they're not really falling short when it comes to the mechanical plays. But on composition, they are actually at the lead here, and Blazer gonna run for his life as he's gonna get concussed by the Trailblazer. Ram Crack is at that high angle here on the box. Cloudy, you should not should have not pushed the Toxic Screen. This Dignified with the shot towards Blazer as well, and Yoru takes a Ferrari. Now this is a 2v3. The attackers is gonna plant the spike for a short. They're gonna have to defend from that area. And now Rainy slowly pushing from the lamps. Oh, gets a deck actually. He has a Spectre, so can just whip around and shoot. That's gonna be Dignified closing it out against Rainy. 6-8 now. Looking very hopeful for a set of Void Esports. And now we're gonna move into the round where NB Esports is gonna have their guns available, so they can manage to they can opt to turn this around against Void Esports. Since Void Esports did off for the buy earlier, they're gonna have to play this carefully. They have to do the pushes carefully against the side of NB, since they're gonna be kitted out here. Yeah, let's see how that proceeds. That's gonna be Rand trying to scout out information here from Hookah. At least he's not showing himself. Yeah, let's just wait for anything to happen. The spike is nowhere to be found for all of the agents here for the side of Void Esports. No setups happening whatsoever. since the side of NB can't really have that. They only have the duelist to work with. That's gonna be a shock dart being used, not gonna connect to anyone. Cloudy now has information that there might be two people here at the long, and they're kind of making noise out here. So they're gonna have information, not know where to rotate. But I think this is just a big brain strat for the side of Void Esports. They're trying to bait out information here, trying to bait out the rotation from the defenders. And if they try to go and rotate towards B site, they might go for A. Because teleporter is available. That's gonna be turnaround, but I don't think that's gonna happen so far as Dignified opens it up with the guiding light, not gonna connect towards anyone. Rand crack, trying to spray down from the box container. That's not gonna connect towards anyone. Really patient here for the side of NB Esports. That's gonna be the Sova getting spotted out from the close angle. Kirari takes on a shot towards Yuru. One more and he can make this work now. That's gonna be Noodle trying to catch out rotations. Ooh, takes the first shot towards Blazer. Crispy headshot, to be honest. But a tower out here. The spike is gonna be planted towards A side, but the convergence at the defenders there. Look at this, Kirari with a shot towards Primo as well. There's gonna be two members here, John 316 as well as Cloudy has information from the high ground. Toxic Stream is blocking out their vision. They have to move this well. They have to defend this. Anyone who is pushing from the Toxic Stream. Ooh, crack kill towards Kirari. Oh, what another one from Kirari makes it work. 52 HP now. He has clutch this out, or else it's gonna be momentum building for the side of Team Void Esports. That's gonna be the F drop. Oh, but Noodles up there for the 3K. Shot towards John 316, closing it really aggressively now. This is the strength of the much more well-rounded composition of Void Esports, because the side of NB can't really block out any areas of where the attackers would be pushing from. You're gonna be having a hard time now, and they have to save this. Or else, if they go and try to force this next round against the side of Void Esports, they're going to be on a bad standing when it comes to the creds. They still are on the lead technically, but if Void Esports manage to take another win, that's going to be equalize things. That's going to equalize things out. So, John 316 though caught with his pants down, running away from short, gets taken down by Rand. He's on fire lately. Blade Storm is available now for Kirari. He has information from short. If he peeks this, he has information. Look at this. That's Dignified shooting down Kirari. He's gonna get tagged 87 HP now. That's gonna be the guiding light as well as the gravity well. Kirari has information and he's gonna get tagged from the owl drone. Oh, try to go in for the attack. But yeah, Dignified with a shot towards Rainy as well. Toxic Screen as well as the Cosmic Divide, and Dignified with the 3K. Only Kirari, last guy standing now for the side of NB. He's gonna be having a bad time now if Noodle spots him out because he is on the lower HP and Kirari takes him down. Now everything is back to 8 and 8. What a repeat on what happened last time. It seems that the side of NB is really struggling in the defender side since after all their composition. Really, I'm going back to that side where it's gonna be harder for them since this composition of NB. Yes, it may work for attacking, but how well does it work on defending? Because Void Esports can block out areas of contention, block out the windows, block out entrances, and it's going to be harder for a duelist to fight out because they're going to rely on information. And with the jump coming in from Kirari, he's going to get taken out almost immediately. He's going to lose out the weapons that he had. That was their buy round, and Kirari loses his life. They still have two duelists, so they can still make it work if someone tries to push, but with the man disadvantage, it's going to be harder for them. And now Noodle with the Toxic Screen. Guiding Light is gonna get used, and Blazer caught with his pants down, taken out of the equation. It's gonna be a 3v5 now. Cloudy and John 36 as well as Rainy trying to take them shots. Empress is gonna get used. That's gonna give a moderate boost of fire rate now. The Empress, the Leer is gonna be used, and now that's gonna be blinded. Well-timed dismiss as Claudius Rainy take the shot. Dignified is gonna get, he's gonna take down. He's gonna take down the Reyna 2v2 now. Now the defenders have to go for the post-plant defuse. They still have a lot of time, but they have to cover a lot of angles. And now the Secret is gonna get used. That's gonna be Noodle with the 3K as well. Takes on a shot. Cloudy with the headshot. Noodle is the last guy standing for his team. He has information now. Try to go for the defuse. He can spray to that wall. He takes the headshot and he will close it with a 3K. And he still has time for this defuse. And I think he's gonna take this. NB Esports back on the track with the clutch from Cloudy. Hero of that round for the side of NB. And now, NB is back on track. It was kind of expensive for them though because they opted for the buys, but now they're gonna be rewarded with another buy at least to stop the bleeding that was coming in from Void Esports. From Void Esports, who won an onslaught before the side of NB won. They basically were winning 4 rounds in a row against NB. But yeah, NB was showing up now. I think they're still back in the game with the momentum reset as well as a breath of fresh air. You can turn this around. If they play it much more patiently, they really don't have to contest any angles. They just have to wait for the time. And Rantrack has information. Now it takes a shot towards John 316. That's a headshot. There's going to be one duelist out of the equation. And Rainy now, he is on the bats. He's going to take a shot, but he's going to get shot down by Dignified. But what they can do though is they can go for the flank as what they did in the last time. But I don't think that is possible now since they are at the man disadvantage. Now the teleporter has been used. The Spike is at A lobby. So I think they might go for A site, and Blazer has information, but he's gonna get pulled on by Noodle, who was fast and triggered. But Cloudy takes the shot towards Dignified. One more and they can probably make this work. No, Noodle says no. It's gonna be shot towards Cloudy. And just like that, Void Esports is equalize everything out once again. Kirari saving this operator, knowing that he's gonna need this on the next round. He needs to not show any information as well, or else they're gonna lose this one key gun that they need on the next round. Because if the side of Void Esports starts hitting that double-digit mark, it's gonna be signaling something for NB Esports. They have to wake up, or else they're gonna lose it out against the side of Void Esports. And Void Esports, we have to commend them because they've been really holding it out quite well. And Kirari does take a shot towards Noodle, but he could have saved that operator because he's gonna get traded out now. And yeah, look at this. Side of NB Esports back on a crisis, another one. That was their buy round. And with the creds being strong here for the side of Void Esports, they're gonna at least win a couple of rounds until NB Esports manage to buy their equipment to stop the bleeding. NB Esports though can work for a 50 round, but I don't think that's gonna be possible anytime soon. If they manage to make this next round work, okay, it's gonna be good for them. But none of them really opted for any armor, and we'll just have to see how that happens. No one is pushing out of hookah now. I think they've learned their lesson because Ramcrack was there, always ready for the pickup. With the shotguns here available for the side of Noodle caught with his pants down, tried to go for the satchel play, but he's gonna get spotted around here. Ferrari gonna get tagged with the shot dart. I think he's gonna get taken out by Primo with the geometrical plays. Right, Noodle tried to block out Cloudy, and Cloudy is gonna get taken out. And Rainy tries to go for the spray down, but I think he's losing out on damage because he had the Spectre. And now the spike is gonna be planted at a site with only Blazer with 1 HP and a Dream now. He is at 61 because he was decayed earlier. I don't think he can make this work now. That is a lot of area to cover as well. 5 rounds. You are not a duelist. You can't sustain, but takes on a shot towards Primo. He has information on the high angle. They're going to spray it out towards the smoke. And Yuru was there on the high angle. Takes on Blazer. And now the lead is now on Void Esports. What NB has to do here to stop the bleeding is this next buy round. They have to win this, or else it's going to be 11 points landing here inside of Void Esports. If Void Esports just continue what they're doing, because they really have the advantage now at this point. The blockout vision would be coming here from post plants. They have a lot of utilities to stop, to deter the post plant defenders. So NB is really on a pickle out here, and if they lose another one on this buy round that they are opting against the side of Void Esports, they're gonna have to save a couple of rounds more. So that's gonna be at least just 2 more rounds until match point. If they manage to make it up to three rounds of saving, it's gonna be harder for them since Void Esports is gonna be taking the second game. But I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon. But we'll just wait for the pause to end. Let's just wait for that to happen. And yeah, with the pause out here, we would just love to give you out once again. It is our giveaway. It's gonna be KJC Esports and Vertigear giving away the Vertigear gaming chair. Is available for Malaysia, Singapore. All you have to do to enter this is put exclamation point giveaway on the Twitch chat below, and you will have the information necessary needed for you to try to win the giveaway coming in from KJC Esports. Winners will be picked on November 15th. Yeah. Now the strategy here for NB, if they want to try to play around their composition, is that what made them win their 9th point is that they were patient for the attackers. They were not challenging any side. They were not challenging any angles. They weren't going for any point of contentions, because one fatal mistake that the side of Team NB is that they really like going for the aggressive peaks, and they keep getting caught out. And that's one fatal mistake that they should not be repeating, because Void Esports has a lot to work with to stop any would-be jump peaks or shoulder peaks as well. So NB has to be really careful. What they've done earlier for them to win the 9th point, going back to that, is that they went in for the flank. It was at a site, so NB waited around the areas. They were hidden. They weren't contesting any angles anytime. And that gave a lot of time for 2 of their members. I think it was Rainy as well as Cloudy going in for the rotation play. They went in for the flank, catches the side of Void Esports off guard. That actually won them the round. They just have to do a repeat on what happened last time, or they might be able to make it work. And now John 6316, the operator aggressively pushing at B long. He has to be careful. That operator is very, very valuable. Now, they don't have to contest anything here. They just have to play around the strengths of their composition. If they find any setups, they have to be really, really patient. Wait for the gun battles. Wait for the pickups. Wait for the aim duels, because that's their composition shining. Kerari has the operator. Oh no, Kerari whiffs the shot. He's gonna try to go for the repeat. No, and Astra is gonna get taken out. You rule. He's gonna get taken out by Kerari. He's gonna be bunny hopping away, and now Blazer waiting here at hookah. Now I don't think they're gonna be pushing towards B site anytime soon, because an operator is present there. But that's gonna be Rand as well as the Silva. That's gonna be Primo as well. If they push towards hookah, we got information, and now Dignified is just trying to get any information, try to catch would-be stragglers from the side of the defenders,
30
trying to
seconds left.
rotate. 30 seconds left on the board now. That's gonna be Blazer spotted out here at B site. I don't think the side of the defenders has information. I think John 316 managed to spot out information. 14 seconds to the clock. They can have and put their setups now. That's going to Blazer with the Spectre towards Noodle. Now he's going to move towards the Dark Comet to try to shield himself from any would-be danger. And that's going to be Randcrack, dude. Last guy standing out here on the containers. He's going to get sprayed down. No, he says no. But defenders actually won by expiring the time. If the mirror Jet Kirari was present on the scene. He could have gotten taken out because he was low on HP. Good play coming in from the side of NB to stop the bleeding. They make it's an expensive round though. The side of Void Esports can adjust to that mistake that they did, because what happened is that yeah, they lost, but they made it really expensive for the side of NB. And if they they did lose the past round, but they still have guns available for them. And if NB loses this, it's gonna be another hard time for them. Oh, Blade Storm. No, actually, this is gonna be the Hunter's Fury being used towards Kirar. He does manage to escape this life, but Rainy is gonna get taken out. The setups might be happening here at A site. The Astral Stars block out any information. This is their strength laying in. Dignified with a shot towards Kirari as well. That's gonna be the Hunter's Fury being used. Yoru is gonna get tagged and he's gonna be running away though. He escapes with a bit of his hair. And now Primo is gonna get taken up with Blazer. 3v4, one more kill, and this is all doable. Paint Shells is gonna be used. Blazer opens up a lot of space though. That's gonna be a 2v3 now. Trailblazer is dignified with the Guardian. He is gonna get spotted now. John 316 has the operator trying to use the boombot. Now he's gonna go for the upgrade operator. I think he's gonna be aggressively using this. That's gonna be the Guardian used, but no. The side of Void Esports was just really good on the post plant. They are good in defending this spike plant, and NB is finding it really hard to crack that wall. The side of Team Void Esports has done. And look at this. I did mention if Void Esports loses that round, it's gonna be harder for them. And no, it's not gonna be hard for them since they can still sustain, but they did win, and now they are gonna be insured for 2 more rounds. Not unless NB pulls out a miracle thrifty play. And which I believe they can do it, so they just have to stop challenging angles that they can't contest.
I've got your trail.
That's gonna be the Seekers being used here towards A side. I think A side is something that thinking. Now the rotations need to come in. They have information now for the defenders that the rest of the members of the attackers are here. Cloudy has information. He's still not doing any sheriff shots since I think he's patiently playing it out at the smoke noodle at the crate here. And I think that's gonna be the setup as well. Ooh, Noodle tried to go for the shot, but Cloudy was there for the trade up. He does take the sheriff shot. Blazer opens up a lot of space with the Spectre kill. Huge kill now, 8 HP though. He has the paranoia. He needs to use this now or else Primo might have a time of his life. Use it now. He's gonna use it now. That's gonna be blinding just gonna be blinding Primo now. Dignified can go for the pop flash. No, but Rainy says no. It's gonna be Ruru, the last member standing. He is on the flank. They don't have information on where the rotation might coming from. If he peeks this angle at the right moment, Blazer might get taken out, and he's gonna get taken out. But trade up from Rainy, equalizing everything out now. This is an 11-11. Both of the teams is really feeling it. One more round, and it's gonna be match point. Good job for NB to block out the bleeding coming in from their veins. And with that being said, NB now has creds to work with. They can try to go for these aim duels now. They can have the leverage on trying to contest any angles that they want to go for. But if they lose this again, it's going to put Void Esports on a match point, which they will not come back again. They did a thrifty round, yes, but that was just due to a couple of miscalculations here for the side of Void Esports. But I think they will be reeling from that, and they need to recover, or else it's going to be turning towards NB. And now they're being much more patient. I see no contention here from the side of NB now. It's going to be a dark cover being used towards showers, to the bats, to try to block out any information, because that's the only controller ability that they can manage to use. John 316 try to spot out any information, try to do the shoulder peeks. He's gonna give information to the enemy team though, to the attackers team. And now both of the teams is really patiently playing this out. You know, if you use this owl drone, he's gonna get information. Now that he's gonna get picked up, that's gonna be the tailwind away from Hookah. He escapes with no pinch of his HP being removed. That's gonna be Yoru. He has information now, but John 316 was faster. Takes some shot towards Yoru. And now man disadvantage is Spike is at lobby. I don't think they want to contest this because it's gonna be an open battle area. And Ram crack, dude. He's trying to spot out information from Hookah. John 316 opens up a lot of space with that kill. Now the spike
30
is going to get
seconds left.
spotted out. He's trying to do some shoulder peek, and now this is going to be the Trailblazer being heard. John 316 is gonna run away because he might get concussed. He's gonna get chinked down a little bit from the damage and run cracked, dude, with a shot toward John 316. Ferrari, though, at the cheeky angle, still waiting for the right opportune moment, but that's gonna be 13 seconds to the clock. The kill is gonna be
Spike
landed to them.
down,
10
B,
seconds to the
10
clock. They
seconds
just
left.
have to wait this out. But the rotations is really slow coming in from the defenders. Plant is gonna be spotted here, and Cloudy takes the shot here from the container. Oh no, Recon Bolt is gonna be spotted out, and Primo gets taken out, and that's gonna be a defuse now for NB Esports, putting them at match point. They made it work against Void Esports, who has it in the momentum, and one more round and they might take the series away.
Match point.
Or else we're getting into the overtime, which is really exciting. But let's get it on. Void Esports still has credits to work with. They're just gonna have one member down on a weapon, but I think Dignified can give at least can buy weapon for their duelist, which is gonna be Rand Crack, dude. Because if they don't give that duelist a weapon, it's gonna be harder for them to enter the site because a duelist thrives on battles. And now look at this. NB Esports is just patiently waiting for the opportune moment. Cloudy is gonna get spotted out, but there is no Hunter's Fury available for him to get tagged out. I think the side of NB just has to play this patiently. He's gonna get concussed here at the last here. Cloudy with a shot at the spot of information. And the plant used here, no object queue due to the conflict divide. Oh, good luck! Dignified, he's gonna get taken out. Laser with the shot, and Spectre opens up, but Rainy with the Empress is speaking out information. I think he's gonna get you. No operator shot. Kirari is gonna go into a 1v1 situation now. Yuru has to just be patient here and wait for the defuse. I think he's gonna be spotted out. I think this is very Gravity well, try to block out, and it will be a defuse. Yuru is patiently waiting for he has now the look at the work. And the one shot from Kirari with the shot towards Yoru, and this is gonna be a DP for Envy, and we have a 2-0 for Envy Esports, taking it off and winning this against the side of Team Void Esports. That was a really close match for both of these teams, showing us the prowess that they can do. I thought that the side of NB might not be able to make it work since they have a triple duelist setup, and that really works on a defender scenario. But they managed to make it work. They proved their aggressiveness was right. Void Esports did play out valiantly, though their effort is still not wasted. They closed the game explosively, but we have our winner for tonight's KJC Scrims here on Bind. We have NB Sports taking it away with the 2-0. Yeah, once again, we're gonna give you out this information here only on KJC Scrims and KJC Esports. We're giving away a gaming chair from Vertigear. This is only available for delivery in Malaysia and Singapore, and winners will be picked on November 15. All you have to do is type an exclamation point giveaway on the chat, and that the information will be put out there for you to enter. We also have our socials that you have to follow. Oh, not really have to follow, but you can follow it. Show us some love. Show us some vibes out here in KJC Esports. We have Facebook, we have YouTube, we have Twitter, we have Instagram, and on YouTube we also post a lot of content such as post-plant chat, interviews to the pro scene, as well as a lot of more content. And we now have the VOD saved up on the YouTube channel on every scrim that we do here on KJC Scrim. So be sure to just go out there if you're playing here on KJC Scrim. Just go for some clips and do your highlight reels. But yeah, once again, I think we're gonna be closing this one out. My name is Exivus. I am your shoutcaster for today, and we'll catch you on the next one.